All right, well, let's on the stage our next comic. Give it up for Dana Cat.
Hey everybody. I missed you guys, I did. I know it's been a while, but I mean, you know the deal, I'm an accountant, it's tax season. I promise after April 15th I will be waking up naked, drunk in backyards all over Delaware, so, but for now, yeah. But I've been a lot more active lately, like, I've been finding time to work out, run, go dancing, all the things you do when you're like generally sexually deprived. And it's put me in some interesting predicaments. Like recently, like a few weeks ago, I was in Philly, and I was with some friends, and they disappeared on me. I mean, this was after like 4 hours straight of dancing, and I just remember at one point, so the bathrooms there were co-ed, and I go in the bathroom, and this guy looks at me, and he goes, while I'm washing my hands, he goes, "Hey, there?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, "Sex?" And I was like, "No." So then he looks at me and he says, "Why not?" And I'm thinking, well, you have a very compelling argument, apparently. But it's not that I don't want to have sex in the bathroom. Like, I've had sex in worse places. Like, I have very low standards on what I consider acceptable places to have sex. But the fact that there's 15 people waiting to go pee and there's only 5 stalls, I'm not that kind of a girl. And so I looked at him and I said, "Because I'm sick." "Can't you tell?" He called me a fucking bitch. I walked out of the bathroom. But then him and his 2 friends were following me around this bar. And so I like grabbed 2 random strangers that were walking by and I asked them to stand with me. I put on my sweater that I had around my hips. I put on my glasses. I put my hair up and I'm thinking, there's no way he's gonna see me. I'm good. They even told me, the girls told me that I should be a secret agent. They were drunk too. So I walked out, these guys followed me out. I realized they were following me, and so I looked at my phone for Liam Neeson's phone number because I was about to be taken. But I didn't have it. So then I thought, all right, well, of all my friends, who has a particular set of skills that can rescue me from being sold on a boat in the middle of the ocean? Because I've always wanted to have sex on a boat, but not that way. But then I realized I am that friend. So I went in a sport mode and I started fucking running. And I ran for like 30 minutes. About 30 minutes in, I heard one of them call out to one of the other guys, like, "Go get the car." And I was like, okay, so now I'm down to 2. I turned down in this one alley, and it's full of fucking crackheads, because it's Philadelphia. And he started running next to me, one of the crackheads, and he's just like, "What's wrong, baby girl?" Because listen, like, if the Eagles picked up some of these crackheads, they'd probably actually win a playoff game. But like, they can fucking run. And so I'm looking at this guy, and I'm thinking, this could be the thing that saves my life. I don't know what I'm gonna say right now. And I thought for a brief second, back to when I was 18, I had this piece of shit car that broke down all the time because it ran out of oil, and I didn't even know how to check the oil because I was 18. And I would just sit on the hood of my car on the side of the road, because it was before everyone had cell phones, waiting for some random person to drive by, asking if I was okay. So I would carry a $20 bill with me everywhere I went, because there's $7 for a quart of oil, $3 for a snack, $10 for the ride, and then sexual favors if needed. That's usually how it went. And so I looked at this homeless guy, pulled a $20 bill out of my purse, and I threw it. And I said, "These guys are chasing me, please save me." And he jumped, and he grabbed that 20 bill before it even hit the ground. And I have no idea what happened after that because I kept running, but I got out of there. And then a car pulls up out of nowhere, and it ends up being the fat guy that went to get the car. And so I ran through the wrong parking garage, and I jumped out the other side while he was chasing his car, and he couldn't come after me. So I eventually made it to my car and I drove out of it. And I was thinking the whole time that if they had done this 20 years ago, I was getting in strangers' cars willingly over a quart of oil. They could have easily sold me on a boat back then. But they waited until I was 40 and fancy, and I'm the sport mode queen. I love you all. Have a good night. And always carry $20.